We have a list here on the 13th of February. I hope you're not superstitious. We have 13 amendments on the 13th of February, and there's a ladder outside to walk under in case anyone would like to do that.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a point of order that this amendment is not germane. It proposes a new and separate subject matter to the joint resolution.
It's not germane pursuant to Joint Rule 13. Joint Rule 13 notes. This is our joint rules.
Okay.
Joint Rule 13, the same joint resolution shall not propose an amendment to the Constitution on more than one subject matter. Chair has ruled that the amendment is out of order.
Mr. Chair,
Representative Kavanaugh.
Shall not propose an amendment. We are not proposing an amendment, and the word Constitution applies to the Michigan Constitution. We are asking to call a convention to amend the U.S. Constitution. I do
Chair
not
has ruled
believe
that the amendment is out of order. Are you appealing the judgment of the chair, sir?
I am.
Representative Irwin.
Mr. Chair, do you have any justification about how your ruling comports with the rules? Because it looks to me like you're just trying to overcome due process with a majority vote, which we've seen many, many times in this House of Representatives, but it would be a real shame to trample on our due process rights while we're talking about a constitutional convention. Representative Kavanaugh made a point of order that this particular piece has nothing to do with this amendment because we're not proposing an amendment to the Michigan Constitution. We're proposing a joint resolution to call for a convention. So your interpretation is far off, and I'd love to hear your explanation of why this ruling, or why this ruling is in line with Rule 13.
Mr. Clerk, please call the roll on the question of whether to uphold the opinion of the chair that the amendment is not germane.
Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Representatives Victory?
Yes.
Denby?
Yes.
McMillan?
Yes.
Schmidt?
Yes.
Colton?
Yes.
Jacobson?
Yes.
Kavanaugh?
No.
Irwin?
It's hard for me to vote on the opinion of the chair when I don't understand it and he refuses to explain it.
Yes or no, sir?
Mr. Chair, this is an embarrassing moment for you. You've held such a good set of hearings on this bill. You've allowed discussion. You've allowed
question is
questions.
yes or no, sir.
And now you are violating our rules, and you are violating the constitutional rule, respect for due
Representative
process.
Irwin, you're out of order.
And I'm
Please
ashamed.
cast your
I'm
vote.
ashamed.
Please cast your vote, yes, no, or pass. Mr. Clerk.
Representative Irwin? Representative Robinson?
No.
Representative Barnett?
I'm in total dismay, like Representative Irwin. The rules of proceedings of committees allow amendments to be made.
Representative
The
Barnett,
rules
your
of the
vote is
proceedings
yes,
of
no, or
committees allow amendments to be made. You have, your obligation is to take up each amendment, and you have the opportunity to vote them down no because you hold the majority. But you must take them.
Mr. Clerk, please announce the vote.
My vote is no.
Mr. Chair, on upholding the ruling of the chair, there are 7 yes votes and 3 no votes.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair, this is the People's Legislature, not the party's legislature or
Mr. Clerk.
Americans for Prosperity's legislature. There are very few rules to protect the minority. There are very few rules to protect my constituents.
Mr. Clerk, please continue the calling of the roll.
Erase my vote
Robinson?
and to erase the voice of my citizens. It's not
Representative
appropriate, I
Barnett?
don't appreciate it.
No.
I'll vote no.
Representative Irwin? Mr. Chair, you have 7 yes votes and 3 nay votes. The decision of the chair is upheld.
Thank you.
This is a very, very serious matter, calling on a question to amend the federal Constitution, to send a resolution of the people, by the people, of the state of Michigan to the federal government to add our names as one of 34 states.
Ma'am, you're out
This
of
is a
order.
very serious matter, and we have been gambled off the map.
Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Chair?
Michigan have been denied, sir.
Yes.
Mr. Chair, you have 6 yes votes, 4 nay votes, and 1 pass. The Senate Joint Resolution B is reported with recommendation as substitute H1.
Thank you. No further business to come before the committee. We are stand adjourned.